Hey drummers, this is your tutorial for Crocodile Rock. The camera's on a crazy angle so that we can hopefully actually see me play the instruments rather than watch me talk. So I've got my hi-hat set up right here, my snare drum here, and I'll be playing kick drum down here as well. Now, not all of my schools have such a great setup as, you know, a crash cymbal and hi-hat and snare, and I've got tom-toms, I've got a kick drum, a full drum kit. So if you don't have all of these instruments at your home, for example, or even in your band class, that's okay. We're going to be simulating what it means to play the drum kit. So this will substitute for this. Okay, so we'll be doing that kind of pattern. You'll be tapping your foot on the ground. Maybe in band class, you might even be playing an actual upright bass drum. Every band is going to be a little bit different, and I've got a lot of bands to address with this percussion part. So we're going to be improvising the percussion part for this song, and it starts off with straight eighth notes with the tip of the stick on the face of the hi-hat. So the hi-hat should be not squished closed so it doesn't make any sound at all, but it shouldn't be like open and sloppy either. It should have a little bit of a sizzle to the sound. See how it goes like bzz, bzz? That's the sound we're looking for. So you'll have to vary how heavy you push with your foot down there to make this sound. So why don't you try and play this with me, either on the rim of your snare drum or if you have a hi-hat. 1 and 2 and 3 and go and. 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Good job. Now you notice that it's like strong, weak, strong, weak. It's not, they're not all the same weight, right? That sounds a lot more musical. Once you master that and you're nice and steady, always playing with the metronome, you can add the snare drum on beats 2 and 4. So we'll go 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1. This is nice and slow, just to get used to the pattern. Right, 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 right. Once we get into the actual song in class, we'll bring it up to tempo. So it goes like this. I remember when rock was young. 1, 2, ready, go. Okay, great job. Now we can add the bass drum. You can put the bass drum on all 4 beats. If that's too much for you, you can do half notes. 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. Here's an example with all 4 beats, playing quarter notes in the kick drum. Practice that pattern. If you are a more advanced drummer and you've played kit before, you can start doing some dotted quarter eighth note patterns like this. And start varying the bass drum a little bit. If there's only one person playing the bass drum, you can pretty much improvise any of those types of rhythms and it'll sound amazing. Speaking of those who are a little bit more advanced and need a little bit of something interesting for them to challenge them, I want you to start adding fills, okay? So at the end of every 8-bar phrase, when you listen to the song when Mr. Elton John sings it, you can really hear at the end of the phrase where it comes, and I want you to improvise a rhythm on the snare drum and on the tom-toms. at the end of it, on the downbeat of the next phrase, I want you to play shoulder of the stick on the edge of the cymbal and the kick drum at the same time. Just like that. So you might go, whatever rhythm you choose to do is okay, right? So let's all put it together. Ready? Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4. So practice that pattern until you're so comfortable with it, it's just second nature. You can sit down at the drums, and even if you're just playing on your snare drum all by itself, that's cool, okay? Don't worry about it. It doesn't have to sound like the whole drum kit. You don't have to be a rock star right away, but down the road, we should be able to play nice and steady on a rock beat, okay? Happy practicing.